Brew Entertainment presents Bob and John's Quick Shots with your hosts, Bob Katie
and John Picarillo.
Very abrupt.
Yeah, you abruptly end that just as I start to get into it.
Maybe by like number 5, we'll quit mentioning that it's very abrupt.
Well, I'm hoping by number 5 it's not going to be so abrupt.
Oh, it's always going to be abrupt because it's a quick shot.
But it's a good song.
By the time you play it, most of the quick shot's gone. You want to listen to it, buy the album when it comes out.
Okay, that's a good idea. How about we get this party started?
Okay.
To alcohol, the cause of and solution to all of life's problems.
That's right.
All right, you primitive screwheads, listen up.
You can find us at Bob and John's Super Duper. No, wow. Oh.
See?
Let's try
that's
this.
That's the hard part about kind of like this different two-show theory bit. We're doing a quick shot.
No, that would have been bad. That would have been wrong for either one.
Yeah.
You can find us at Bob and John's podcast at gmail.com or...
Oh, you big nasty. At Loose and Buttery on the Twitter and Instagram or...
at our Facebook page or our YouTube channel at Bob and John's Super Duper Variety Power Hour.
Now, I just want to mention, because you can see this as well as listen to it.
Yes.
I'm still bundled up, and it's April.
Yeah.
But it's just kind of funky in the studio because... even though it's getting warm outside, which it wasn't that warm today, I don't consider it spring. The wind was pretty silly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little
so,
chilly.
I mean, I it hasn't warmed. It's much better. Much better than zeros that we've seen for so long. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
40 is a beautiful thing.
It is.
But it hit 60 the other day, and that was really beautiful. Without the wind, it was the first time I really walked out this year. And was like, yeah, that's it.
Well, now
That's what I've
you
been
can
waiting
also
for.
tell by the time this goes up that this is a couple weeks from now.
Well, yeah.
So it'll probably be in the 60s. So
It might still be cold down here.
yeah, well, you know what? When
it warms outside, it cools down here.
Yeah.
That's what seems to be.
Kind of stays at a certain degrees.
It seems to be the way it goes.
yeah, you know.
Watch,
listen,
we'll have a hot flash when this runs. And
that's what I mean. with the Power Hour podcast, we try to stay pretty much doing it the week it's going to be up live.
Mm-hmm.
With these quick shots, we're just kind of pumping them out, doing them whenever
knock
we
out 30
feel
minutes
like
when
it.
we have 30 minutes.
Yeah, when we feel like
that
it.
was
So-
the whole philosophy of listeners.
Yeah.
There's a lot more listeners that have 30 minutes.
Yeah, so sometimes
we have more 30-minute time.
Listen,
slots.
sometimes they could be timely, sometimes they might not. So sometimes you might hear one and we're right on a topic that just happened. Sometimes we're absolutely not.
Remind me, we gotta clean that board.
Oh, because you and Jay slobbed
I think
beer all
'cause
over it?
when I was setting up for the show, I was standing over here, and with the
beer?
growler, it's like I think beer got everywhere. And the one day, thank God, I have a screen on my iPad. I went to the next day to check out my iPad, and there's like all these little spots just like that all over my iPad. I don't know how it got everywhere, but that dark stuff, man, just jumps out of the bottle. It's got so much body.
There's gonna be consequences and repercussions.
Yep. I was setting up for the show, and I was like, it smells like booze over here.
Well, doesn't it always?
I would imagine it does. There's quite a variety right
Yes.
here. There's an extra one, but we'll get into that later.
Yes. Oh, actually, you know what? Let's get into it right now.
Do you have a tip? Hey! All right, not happening, old man.
This is what we're going to do for a cocktail short shot. Quick shot.
Quick shot. Cocktail quick shot. First
Cocktail
one.
quick shot.
First one.
And as everybody knows, our first one of things usually goes awry at some point, but we reel it in by
We
the
reel it
second
in.
one.
Sure.
First one's always a test flight, you know what I mean?
That's right. And I think it was a great idea.
Yeah.
Because, I always
We're trying to
double fist, but because I don't have to hold on to anything at a table, might as well throw another one in there.
We're trying to get a little bit of variety here.
Sure.
So why don't you
Sure.
explain what we're trying?
Oh, all right.
If you're listening to the podcast, you can go to the YouTube channel, or if you're watching it, you've already seen it. John did a little, he showed the making of the drink, which you'll have to go to YouTube to check out because we thought it was a little bit boring and a little audio.
It would stretch out our quick shot
a
little longer than it needed to. So
so we didn't want to do that. So we want to do that. So if you want to check out John making it, head on over to our YouTube channel, subscribe.
Did we discuss why we can or can't say the inspiration behind it?
This?
Yeah.
No, you can. Go ahead.
We can?
That's what. Yeah.
Being
go for it.
fans of.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, we're big Viking fans. Like
on
the show.
History Channel.
Yeah, on the show. It's a great show. Great show.
Ragnar Lothbrok.
Me and Viking ships is enough to get me interested, but then throw in the cast that there is and the plot and everything. It's great. It's great. And then throw in some religious things too there, because the Viking gods were different than the Christian gods that was around at the same time. So
we are fans.
Yeah. Big fans.
Yeah.
So we decided we were going to do a rum drink today. And big inspiration here is we can also entertain Bob's wife. She likes a nice
She can't drink vodka, so we tried to stay away from vodka for our first one and
drink
stick
wine
with rum.
unless it's my dad's.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's
and she likes gin and we don't, so that pretty much ends that.
We
go right for rum. Yeah.
Younger
rum,
days.
little island flavor.
Yeah, definitely.
I am man, a little island flavor.
Welcome to the island of love.
Welcome to the island of love, darling.
Come to my place. We'll talk.
Dick swinging.
Or
why is a girl like you out here crying, ma?
So we found this drink. Not only is it got a Viking name, and it still has a little island twist for flavor. It's called Odin's Juice.
Odin's Juice.
That's right.
And Odin.
And the ones that were in our top 5
tropical.
for choosing, it's the only one that's that cool and wasn't dirty like.
The dirty ones will come, trust me.
Yeah, you'll get them, sure.
Yeah.
I like the one with the panties. That one sounds like
in the panties or
Yeah,
something?
that one sounds pretty good. And anytime nipples are brought up, I mean, I'm usually like, this got to be good.
My uncle says you got a screw loose.
Your uncle molests collies.
So I have to say, before we do our taste test, we shot the video, and at the end of the video, Bob realized that I was a little off with the ingredients. Now, we planned for that. We planned for it just in case. So we made one. That's that one.
That's the one John's drinking.
That's the one I'm going to drink. And I just went a little hot on the spiced rum because what are in these is it's a 1.5 ounces
of coconut.
Of the
Captain
Morgan's coconut rum is what we used. And I used in that one and in the video. So if you're watching and you're looking for an option to alter it, it's there because either one of these we'll be able to critique.
Yeah.
For the spiced rum was only supposed to be a 1/2 ounce. I put 1.5 in this one, but a little extra never hurt me, especially on a And then there's a little grenadine splash, and then a little orange juice and pineapple juice, and there you have Odin's Juice.
Odin's Juice.
Shall we try it? Salute.
Salute.
Or what do they say? Aloha.
Aloha. Aloha. Coconutty. Really coconutty.
Now, see, that's why I was happy that I went equal amounts with the spice because it cut. I'm guessing it cut the because it's very coconut.
It's good, but I couldn't drink a lot of these.
I would probably go the other way. I would recommend 1.5 spiced rum, 1/2
very coconut
one because the coconut's the most predominant in it.
Yeah, I was expecting a little bit more pineapple, but because I like pineapple.
Well, you could mix it up because there wasn't a specific amount desired.
That is true.
So you could always up the pineapple.
That is true.
I usually try to use a little bit more orange juice than pineapple just because the ratio is usually that when you buy it, a big orange juice and a small pineapple.
Yeah.
So
I'll also
it's up to whatever you dig.
On Facebook, when you go to view this, if you view it on the day it's up, I will have the recipe on our Facebook page.
Oh, good.
For
nice.
Odin's Juice.
Odin's Juice.
That's right. Very tasty, though.
It's delicious.
Yeah,
The only reason why I don't drink more of this stuff, it could cause me pain and suffering in the morning. That's why some people have commented to me about the beer and wine combination. It's a combination that works for me. When I throw a lot of other types of alcohol in, I'm usually hurting the next day, where beer and wine doesn't do that to me.
My problem with this
probably a pretty good shot of calories too.
It's got to be sugar too.
Right. So I try to cut those things out too. It was delicious, by the way. You can see I'm done.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm a little bit slower on it though.
That's
okay. He had like half of it before you
yeah.
saw.
Yeah, I almost forgot we needed it for the video. Otherwise, it would have been gone before we came down here, so I wouldn't have to carry it.
For me, it's just a little sweet. I
yeah,
enjoy it, but I couldn't no way possibly drink a lot of it.
I try to stay away from candy too.
I couldn't possibly drink a lot
but
of
I
it.
would suffer because things with sugar.
I couldn't.
Lots and lots of sugar. The more sugar I add to things, woo-hoo.
Yeah, I find I don't want alcohol in sweetness doesn't mix as well with me.
It is a bad combination.
And I don't mean
you,
afterwards. I mean drinking
the sugars do bad things.
Like
to
I get done with one, and
in
I'm
combination with the alcohol.
Yeah, I'm like
it's a different type of sugar.
You know.
Yeah. Oh, of course.
Because when we started drinking.
So is that the goal?
So when we started drinking as children,
we used to drink whatever we could find.
Yeah, but we never.
What is the
we
goal?
Didn't make mixed
is
drinks.
the goal to find one that you could drink?
No, this is good. It was just to review this Odin's juice.
How many? So we'll have
if
to
we
give
were,
it some,
if I was at a restaurant,
we'll have to give it some sort of rating.
If I was at a restaurant, and wanted a nice, refreshing, fruity cocktail.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the ingredients could have been chilled a little bit more.
I was just going to say a little more ice wouldn't hurt at all.
Would have chilled it.
I put exactly 2 pieces in every one.
Yeah, a little bit more.
Because sometimes ice gets in my way, because I put it away a little faster than others.
Well, Sammy Hagar said the way to ruin a good cocktail is any cocktail.
Right.
Ice.
Well, that's it. I mean, it might be deliciously cold, which is one thing that everybody likes.
But I bet you.
But as it melts, you're drinking more water than you are.
But I bet you if you chilled that rum.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's.
I think we'll have to put those in the refrigerator when we go back upstairs.
We got some great tips from Sammy in the past, and one of them was the.
We will be doing a few Sammys.
That's right. The coconut juice. Freeze them for ice cubes.
Yeah.
And then you're chilling it with coconut juice instead of water. It's a freaking brilliant idea. And we're definitely putting some coconut ice cubes in the freezer, man.
Oh
Absolutely.
Definitely.
As a matter of fact, I watched a video.
We'll have to do that for next week.
I watched a video about this guy made coconut rum.
I heard you. He's making
fresh coconut. My only concern with it worked. It worked great.
I don't want to say from scratch because obviously he was using
probably store-bought rum.
Store-bought rum.
Yeah. But the coconut was
Flavoring it
fresh,
from scratch.
and they used regular rum and put it together. And it took like 10 days. You shake it every day. And my problem with it is then all of the coconut goes to waste. And I wonder if you blended up the coconut enough, you couldn't put them in the ice cubes. Because some drinks, not all, some drinks a little bit of, I don't want to say pith, but some bit of
pith,
coconut fragments.
Pith.
It wouldn't be that bad. As long as it'll go through the straw or past the lips, it's good enough. I'd hate to throw away all of the coconut bits just to make coconut rum.
Okay,
but it looked. I mean, you could adjust how strong you want it, which was something that was nice.
If you have a 5-star, star's so boring.
I know. That's what I was trying to think of. What would we do? What would we use?
Yeah.
Definitely going thumbs up before we go stars.
A thumbs up before stars. 5 thumbs up is the tops.
Yeah.
1 would be poor.
Poor.
So we'll come up with something more inventive.
Yeah, but we're roughly thumbing it.
Thumb it. Thumb it.
We're gonna thumb it. On that one. Now this is a tough one for me. Are we going by flavor? See, now what we were saying is like it's got to be the full Monty.
It's got to be everything put together.
It gets taken a couple points off for. You don't want to just keep them coming. No, and it's not because they don't taste good. It's because they're a little too sweet.
I agree.
As is.
I agree.
I think maybe we used a little bit. I think the recipe could be adjusted a little bit to use a little less coconut rum, and for you a little more pineapple juice. And I think we might have something there.
Yeah.
We might have to try that. We can always do it.
Yeah.
Go back to an old one, say, hey, this is what we thought we might like. Can we get an extra thumb on it? I don't know, because I'm around a 3 right now. I don't want to give it a poor grade because it's good.
I was going to go 2.5.
Yeah.
3 probably if you chilled the rum.
Yeah. A couple adjustments we can. So let's go with
the sweetness. The sweetness really has a issue with me on this.
Yeah. It's pretty sweet.
It's a little too sweet. You know what I mean?
We could fix it though. And if we were running a bar, we would have to. So we'd have to figure it out right now. But we've got time.
Yeah. We got all the time in the world.
The coconut frozen ice cubes are going to be a big one. And we'll have to do that right, and talk all about it. You know what I'm saying? Definitely, that would be a cool thing. Because there's no reason why you couldn't do it with others. Orange juice cubes, pineapple cubes. In fact, you wouldn't even have to buy those things.
Pineapple
like
cubes
before
would
it
be
goes
good.
before it goes out of date. Throw them in a tray and freeze them. And we got
the pineapple juice upstairs. We'll have to do that at the bar.
It's a brilliant idea. I love this show. and just use the instead of going to get more juice, because I mean, really, a cocktail you're in it for the booze.
Absolutely.
But you need the flavor. So if you could do it with all ice cubes, that's fascinating. Like fill the glass with flavors of ice cubes right to the top. And then just kind of slowly fill it with your drink mixtures. Oh, it's going to be fantastic. I'm so excited. You better not get me drinking booze. I'm telling you, I got enough.
Have I already done that? Have you
My juice and water
booze?
right here is fine.
My juice and water right there.
Get me into the heavy stuff. No, I've already been down the road. When I quit smoking, I needed something more than beer and wine. And I was starting to drink scotch a little bit. But they can get scotch and bourbon can get a little expensive.
Scotch,
and dangerous.
really?
Oh yeah.
Why scotch? Did
I
you
just
really
needed
enjoy
something.
it?
You know what I really did? You know what I did a lot with it. That really got me through some tough spots. Is I soaked wooden toothpicks, in bourbon, and then if I needed something to do that oral
Toothpicks in
fixation,
bourbon?
I would chew those things into splinters.
Wow.
Splinters, just for something to do. You know what I mean? I ate like a whole box of toothpicks at that time. But it was pretty good to get that little bite on it. It was, there was never enough in the toothpick to mess you up, so you could do it during the day any old time just to get you through. But it gave you a little bit of whiskey, scotch, bourbon, rum. No, rum's different. Rum is an island thing. You want that with fruit. You want that with fruit. The other ones, you just put it in a glass and maybe throw some ice in it, depending on your mood.
Depending on your mood?
Yeah. Well, it's on the rocks or not. You can take it either way. Some guys will just take it in the glass.
And so Odin's juice. We will put the recipe up on our Facebook page at Bob and John's Super Duper Variety Power Hour.
It's a great idea.
And
good part of this show. You're going to get me.
Well, this will be
drinking a lot
coming
of
around
booze, though.
again. We'll be doing some more of this with the quick
again.
shots. Yeah.
This could be an easy one.
So-
And it makes the wife.
Yeah,
sounded
makes her
like she
happy.
was
But we're
enjoying
going to have to
it
do
already.
some vodka ones and leave her out. So
Yeah, it's
eventually,
going to have
so,
to happen.
Yeah.
Well,
we're
we could.
gonna
What
have
we
to.
could do is just substitute for her.
That's true.
If she's still happy and win-win. Got something for the show.
That is absolutely true.
We could do
so,
that. And we'll talk about it too. Say, hey, we also had positive results with rum in place of vodka.
Yeah, that's true.
And
put it out there.
any knowledge is good knowledge when it comes to. What's the word? I wish it was right at the tip of. It is at the tip of my tongue. It's mixology.
Mixology.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that is our cocktail quick shot.
Cocktail quick shots.
To alcohol, the cause of and solution to all of life's problems.
All of life.
All right, you
problems.
primitive screwheads, listen up.
Hey, you know what? If you have a cocktail that you want us to try,
Oh,
you know what? Send us an email
That's interesting
with the
because
recipe.
it might be a
and
challenge.
we will review it.
because we've seen a couple today that we will want to try.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta. The recipe has to at least be appealing to us, but
Yeah, it's got to have
try
it's
just
got
about
to have
anything.
We got to go and buy the booze. Don't forget.
Yeah, yeah, that's right.
So-
but you can find us at Bob and John's podcast at gmail.com or
At Loose and Buttery on the Twitter and Instagram, or
on our Facebook page or our YouTube channel at Bob and John's Super Duper Variety Power Hour.
I heard you running that. Don't you have that one? Shut up.
What?
In your face, all over the place. We're online 24/7. 24/7. You're listening to the hottest internet station. Bob and John Super Duper Variety Power.
You just gotta keep living, man.
You just got to keep living, man.
L-I-V-I-N.
L-I-V-I-N. I can't
right.
wait till I'm doing the show in shorts and flip flops. You know what I mean? Because that's where I spend. It feels like
All
most
summer.
of my life that way. But this winter seems like it's not getting me into my gear.
Not getting you into your. The winter is holding on.
It is like
Like a son of a bitch.
and like when this
Throw me a
broadcast,
frickin' bone here.
it's going to be warm. That's all there is to it. It's got to be.
It's going to be warm.
It's got to be. It's just got to
You
be.
all right? You all right?
Yes, this weather is overwhelming. By now,
John's
I'm
probably going to go off and have another Odin's juice, I'm sure. At least one more.
I might have to.
I can sense one more at least happening.
There. Yeah, I'm a big fan of holding on too, because the whole idea about a bar and or liquor cabinet or whatever your case may be, counter full of booze, whatever, then you have the items to make any drink possible. So there's some that are necessary.
Holy Testicle Tuesday.
And Bob and I have already done lots of rum stuff because we're fans of Sammy.
Yeah.
And he had
Yeah.
some.
We kind of dig the whole Sammy Island vibe. We got into a little bit of Kenny Chesney Island vibe
Yep.
And stuff. So we kind of like that, especially
And every
when
once in
we're
a
out
blue
on the
moon,
boat
we like
during
to
the
bust-
summer.
bust whatever.
You actually are on Sand Island out in the Great Sagandaga
Feels
Reservoir.
like island. It's an island.
Yeah, you kind of you're
it's an
having
island.
you're in the moment. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
I might have some mixed drinks on the boat. You know what I'm saying?
You're gonna make some drinks.
Mixed.
Making candles.
You know, I ran across a
Making
recipe for
drinks.
mojitos. And
You love those. You were making
I-
mojitos out on the boat.
I love them. But one of these is going to be mojitos, and I'll do
Well-
it for the masses. But you got to have it. My parents have it's unstoppable. Mint grows like out of control.
Yeah.
So there's tons of fresh mint. I like to take a whole plant usually and grab some for the weekend or something. But you need fresh mint, and there's tons of. So in the summer we're going to do mojitos, man. I'm telling you. I changed it.
Mojitos.
Right there, I wanted mojitos.
Well, of course, we always keep on the boat. Me and him have always said every summer we need to keep on the boat that fresh bottle of Cabo Wabo tequila.
The name is actually on my boat, so the
'Cause he
rule
stole it
was-
from me.
The rule was
He stole it from me.
hey,
Stole it from me.
Why don't you go enjoy yourself while I go ice my balls and spit up blood?
just like talking about bits for the show. It's not stealing; it's a mutual.
No, you stole it. That
no,
was the
my
name.
boat was
That's
ready
what
to
I
go
was
before
going with.
yours. I mean, you were thinking about stuff.
I wasn't thinking about stuff. I was going to do it. You just ordered it before I did, but you knew I wanted that. You little.
Well, that's all right.
Yes, darling.
Well, that sounds like a great item, Bob.
Asphincter says what? Asphincter says what?
You know, you sold that pretty good
Why
here.
don't you just kiss my left nut?
Oh my goodness. I still don't think it was quite that way. I'm not sure.
Oh, I know it is.
I'm not sure it
The
was
Captain
quite that
Cabo was yours, but the Mas Tequila was supposed to be mine. I went with
you
another
ended up with a good
Sammy
one. What's wrong with the name of your boat?
I'm just pissed off that you decided to steal it underneath my nose.
Bite me.
My uncle says you got a screw loose.
Oh, yeah? Your uncle molests collies.
That's right.
Excuse me. I'd like to ask you a few questions.
All right. Well,
So
that
we
was
had our share of the tequila too.
Oh, love the Cabo tequila.
It's good.
Love it. And Sammy's Beach Bar rum.
We know how to make a couple
That too.
drinks with all of them.
That's been our cocktail quick shot.
Quick shot.
That's right.
From Homebrew Studios, this has been Bob and John's Quick Shots, brought to you by Bob and John's Super Duper Variety Power Hour.
Sphincter says what?